Death must die. Also known as Death Might Die, also known as Death perhaps, possibly, potentially, in all likelihood, there's a chance that he could, maybe would, cry. I mean, part the land of the living, or finally succumb to the passage of time in the next 20 minutes to 100 hours, if I ever even get the chance to see the fucker. Similar to Vampire Survivors, your mission is to obliterate an endless swarm of mythical creatures. In Dracula Survivors, you got enemies ranging from Medusas to overweight demons riding on clouds to skulls rolling around on scrumptious Italian meatballs. In this one, you know, it's a little bit more tame. You got a skeleton, you got a green slime, you got a blue slime, you got a ghost with a shank, a magician, a muddy gorilla, a guy with a shield, a guy with a hammer, and some acrobatic Egyptian laser kitties. There we go, we still got some imagination left. However, what's missing in both these games is that the main dude that's named directly in the title of the video game is not in the goddamn bloody video game. Except for the ironic coincidence that you can find death but not vampires in a game called Vampire Survivors, and Dracula but not death in a game called Death Man Might Be Dying. These two games must be scheming together on some dastardly Illuminati sneaky shit of wanting to cock-tease their target audience with their deceptive naming tactics. I mean, might as well change my channel name to Dog and then title this video Gorilla Mating Strategies. But actually, aside from the fact that there's a lot of dudes on this screen and you're trying to survive, Death May Die actually far more resembles the combination lovechild of Supergiant Games game Hades and Blizzard Games game Diablo, rather than Ponko Games game Kill Many Many Guys. Because although there's a lot of dudes on this screen, comparatively there's considerably less dudes on the screen than this cracked out clusterfuck. Look at this. You got guys and gals standing around a campfire cooking marshmallows. You got your warrior, your barbarian, your mage, rogue, ranger, and another chick with a sword. And then you got your individual class-based equips of stat rules and a rarity-based RNG loot of a dopamine dispenser. And then look at this. You got a similar double dash mechanic and a collection of generous gods that gracefully bestow their godly powers on ye lowly mortal ass in your quest to smack your daddy's ass. But this time it's Dracula and Jin from League of Legends. But unlike the Greek Olympic gods of Hades, these guys are for some reason way more sensual and sexier.
Let's see how long you can last.
But compared to Aphrodite,
Hello there, little
come on,
thing.
look at
I
her.
have to say, you're quite the specimen.
You got a pretty creative selection of ideas for the gods. You got summer and winter, the gods of lightning and earth, and some metaphysical concepts like justice and time. Kratos with long hair and the fake triplets. And don't forget the daughter of Death herself.
Hi again.
But where the fuck's your dad? Tell him to come out so I can kill him to death. I already searched across the realm and smited 1 billion of his little friends. It's been goddamn years.
Infinity is at your side.
The main fun in this game, aside from the obvious roguelike metagame of making your character stronger between the runs, is the fantastic palette of different god powers and their unique abilities that combine in a beautiful, explosive tapestry in every single run. I'm not even gonna try to explain this because this is something you have to experience for yourself. Because for me, the fun was in the discovery and the experimentation with all the different colors of the rainbow. The best part of all of this was getting lucky and rolling a nice purple box, or even better, a red box with the word master in it, or God forbid, a legendary ability. That's how you knew that this was gonna be a special run. It's the unique interactions that breathe life into an otherwise grindy game of killing the same enemies in preset waves up to a timer limit of 20 minutes, where you then face up against the big man himself. Not Death. Just his little brother. It's the interactions between the guys and gals as they arrive on the frigid icy mountain leading into Death's domain. It's their short quips with each other that actually make the characters at least a little bit distinct and memorable. The interaction of the items with the different classes, the interaction of one ability with another, the interaction of my balls with your mother's mouth. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I just got bored. Which is my point. You can only get teased for so long before it becomes just a frustratingly infuriating experience. You're going runs and runs, dying to a spam of hits that cannot be dodged. Soft stat checks on the same wave of laser cats that you can't get past because you're not getting any better drops without beating the boss first, and you can't beat the boss without getting the better drops.
I'm dead, bro. I'm fucking dead, bro. They're fucking too fast. They're too fast.
I hit this wall where I'm playing the game but I'm not getting any stronger without spending an exorbitant amount of time just grinding the same map with the same goddamn guy, hoping to get lucky. So my fate is dictated on the RNG of bullshit rolls, bullshit loot, bullshit hits by undodgeable bullshit attack spams by 50 bullshit guys. The RNG nature of healing that feels like a guaranteed death sentence from the difficulty of dodging everything perfectly with just 2 dashes. Even with great RNG, it's rare that I get to feel my powers unleashed and unstoppable, which is kind of the opposite feeling of playing Death Survivors. But all of this is gatekept by the goddamn loot. Like I said, you don't get good loot until you crank the difficulty way up. And then after you get the loot, you gotta sit there comparing the stats, trying to make 47 micro decisions, figuring out which guy to put it on and which incremental benefit is better how? That's just too much, man. Some people might enjoy this optimization and reading, but it ain't me. I came here to bleed, not read. It's just too many decisions that delay me jumping into the next run and having fun picking cool powers and slamming a bunch of skeletons. Ow! Death may die someday, but it is not this day. If you're looking for something new, this will be a great rush of fun for a while. But like life, the feelings that you want the last, the ones that you hope for and clutch at the hardest, seem to die in the quickest and most painful way. However, it's still early access, and since I started playing, I've seen a new map, a new class, a new god, and a constant stream of new mechanics and additions that build on a pretty solid foundation. But unfortunately, they seem to be doubling down on this complex loot system, which may be a blessing or a curse, depends on how you look at it. And until they refine the loot system and add more content, this game must die. For me. I might come back someday, but it's a goddamn shame. I thought I'd get a chance to kill Death himself. I mean, that concept sounds about as realistic as a goddamn dinosaur reviewing a video game for an audience of 2 viewers. Go fuck yourself.
Bye.